Welcome to Dateline Polk with news about your county government. I'm your host, Leanne Thomas. Today, you'll learn about County Commission actions from the April 21st board meeting. The board approved a construction contract with Strickland Construction Incorporated for $905,000 for the Phase 2 expansion of the Northeast Regional Park.
I'm here today because we had an agenda item for board consideration. They approved the contract with Strickland Construction to add some more amenities to our Northeast Regional Park. Specifically, we're adding a restroom facility, additional parking, dog park, and we're going to complete the walking trail around the circumference of the park. So it'll be much needed added amenities to the park, and the future phases will come later, but for right now this will be a welcome asset to those people up in that area.
The board approved a contract with A.C. Schultz of Florida Incorporated for $467,000 for drilling and development of an exploratory well for the future Central Region Water Production Facility. The board approved the Florida Defense Support Task Force Grant Agreement and Defense Infrastructure Grant Agreement with Enterprise Florida Incorporated to purchase land highlighted in red within the Avon Park Air Force Range Encroachment Buffer Zone. It also approved Community Investment Program amendments and budget amendments accepting the grant funds and required local match. In other news, the board proclaimed April 21st, 2015 as Power Talk 21 Day. Jan Cargo with MADD Polk County accepted the proclamation. The board proclaimed April 22nd, 2015 as Earth Day. Bill Graff with South Florida Water Management District accepted the proclamation.
Today, the commissioners approved a proclamation about proclaiming April 22nd as Earth Day. Of course, this is the 45th Earth Day. It started, of course, in 1970. And as I had told the commissioners, I think Earth Day really sets a landmark in time. Before that, we didn't really embrace environmental consciousness in this nation, and after which you see projects and building practices changing to protect our environment. And more recently, as I told the commissioners, the Central Florida Water Initiative, I think, embraces the spirit of Earth Day in that Polk County is working with its partners throughout Central Florida and Orange, Osceola, Lake County, Seminole County, to come up with long-term water supply strategies for this region, which of course will protect the environment as well as accommodate the growth we're expecting over the next 20 years. And so with that, I thank them for the proclamation and thank you for this opportunity.
The board proclaimed April 26th through May 2nd, 2015 as Tobacco-Free Florida Week. Destiny Williford with Southeastern University, students working against tobacco, accepted the proclamation.
Today I was able to speak in front of the county commissioners. It was such an honor. It's amazing to be able to represent students working against tobacco, to be able to receive a proclamation for doing so many great things such as saving people's lives. It's an honor to be here. It's amazing to be here, and I've had such an awesome time.
The board proclaimed April 2015 as Child Abuse Prevention Month. Terry Saunders, CEO of Heartland for Children, accepted the proclamation.
Yeah, we're here today because we received a proclamation for Child Abuse Prevention Month, which we're very excited that the county commissioners are recognizing the importance of child abuse prevention. We know that the very best that we can do for children in our community is to ensure that they grow up with safe, stable, nurturing relationships in healthy environments. We also know that the research is very clear on the negative impacts of child abuse and neglect, and so that we've got to place our efforts on preventing that from occurring. If children are exposed to adverse childhood experiences, they're likely to have more negative outcomes over the course of a lifetime. Those adverse experiences are related to a whole host of social problems like homelessness, drug addictions, mental illness, suicide, teen pregnancy, and also health outcomes like heart disease and many types of cancer. So we know that if we can prevent adverse childhood experiences from happening, that's the very best we can do for our community, for individuals, but also for our community.
The board recognized Florida Southern College men's basketball team, their coaches, and Florida Southern College Vice President Dr. Rob Tate for their recent Division II National Championship win.
It feels great. You know, last year we didn't have a chance to make it this far. You know, last year we lost in the first round. No one wanted to talk to us. So this year, you know, it is a lot, but it does feel good to be recognized by the city of Lakeland and now the county. And, you know, everyone in Polk County knows us, and, you know, it just feels good.
The board also recognized Citizens CPR Incorporated for their generous contribution to Polk's Nature Discovery Center.
Well, we were here for two presentations. One would be presenting an automatic external defibrillator to Circle B, to Gay Sharp at Circle B, for their use out there. And then the other was that we received a funding check from the Board of County Commissioners to Citizens CPR to help fund us. So those two things we're very excited about, very happy that we were able to pair with Watson Clinic Foundation to provide the AED to Circle B, and also we're excited about getting funding from the board for our continued efforts in the community.
County Comptroller Stacy Butterfield recognized Clerk of Court and County Comptroller Inspector General Lita McHugh for earning the department's first accreditation.
I'm excited today and very proud to announce that our Inspector General Department has obtained accreditation from the Commission for Florida Law Enforcement Accreditation. It's a program that accredits Inspector General departments throughout the state. We happen to be one of 3 clerk's offices in the state of Florida to obtain the accreditation. And the purpose of the department is to audit and investigate suspected fraud, waste, and abuse in county government. In 2013, when I became the clerk, I wanted to establish this department to promote accountability and transparency in county government. We think it's a value-added feature for the county, provide our citizens with a mechanism to report suspected fraud, waste, and abuse, and help instill in our citizens a faith in their government. So we're proud of our team. We obtained the accreditation in February. It's a 3-year accreditation, and we will be working hard over the next 3 years, as we have in the past couple of years, to maintain the highest level of professional standards. We have to submit to a peer review, and we have to obtain all of our documentation and handle our investigations in accordance with the standards of the Commission on Florida Law Enforcement. So we're proud of our team, want to thank our team, and look forward to moving forward with this.
Career Source Polk President and CEO Stacy Campbell Dominic and Board Chair Katrina Lunsford presented Career Source Polk's quarterly update.
Giving the County Commissioner an update on Career Source Polk initiative for the 3rd quarter this year, we've actually put 4,000 job seekers in jobs. Service about 19,000 individuals in the county, and we continue to work at decreasing that 6.1% unemployment rate here in the county. Proud to give them an update of what's going on with our group here to help job seekers and also the employers to be a more successful community.
In public hearings, the board denied an applicant-initiated small-scale comprehensive plan amendment changing the future land use designation on 9.9 acres in the Eloise Community Redevelopment Area, outlined in yellow, from residential low to business park. The board adopted a resolution to vacate the J.F. Sater subdivision plat, outlined in red, located off Highway 17 in Fort Meade. The board adopted an applicant-initiated request by the Polk County School Board to amend the Land Development Code text, permitting the use of elementary, middle, and high schools as conditional uses within residential low future land use districts. The board approved an applicant-initiated small-scale comprehensive plan amendment changing the future land use designation on approximately 5 acres, outlined in yellow, in the transit-supported development area located off Spirit Lake Road in Winter Haven from residential low to office center. The board also approved an applicant-initiated small-scale comprehensive plan amendment changing the future land use designation on approximately 2 acres, outlined in yellow, in the transit-supported development area located off Knights Station Road in Lakeland from residential low to convenience center. The board approved an applicant-initiated small-scale comprehensive plan amendment changing the future land use designation on approximately 1 acre, outlined in yellow, in the suburban development area from residential suburban to commercial enclave. It approved an applicant-initiated small-scale comprehensive plan amendment changing the future land use designation on approximately 9 acres, outlined in yellow, in the transit-supported development area and suburban development area located off U.S. Highway 92 from residential low to residential suburban. The board also approved ordinances abolishing several special lighting districts. The special lighting districts ordinances that were repealed include Ruby Lake Phases 1 through 6, Heather Glen Phases 1 and 2, and Terra Nova Phase 2. The board also made several lay board appointments. The board reappointed Michael Finch to the Polk County Board of Adjustments for a 3-year term ending April 7, 2018. The board reappointed David Curry as a member of the Industrial Development Authority for a 3-year term ending February 19, 2016. And finally, it appointed Keith Bonney, Avon Coleman, and John Perez to the Community Relations Advisory Council for 4-year terms effective April 21, 2015. Now, let's go to R.J. Walters with the roads update.
Thanks. I'll begin today's update by sharing some details about a major sidewalk project that is providing pedestrians with more connectivity and safer travels in Auburndale. Earlier this month, crews started clearing the right-of-way to prepare for the installation of a new sidewalk along the west side of Old Dixie Highway from Shalimar Creek Drive north to the intersection of Clover Road. It will connect to existing sidewalk at Ten Rock High School and will build upon the sidewalk recently installed from Shalimar Creek to Carroll Road that includes a pedestrian bridge. This 1.3-mile project is an example of the county's commitment to safety and complete streets to increase walkability and bikeability for students and residents alike. The county also recently created a sidewalk advisory committee. This project is expected to cost more than $1 million. A new sidewalk means orange barrels to boot. For the next 10+ weeks, lane closures will occur along the Old Dixie Highway during daylight working hours. Travel lanes will remain open when work does not require closure. Motorists are advised to drive with caution and be alert to workers, materials, and equipment. There are a flurry of other projects that will cause delays or disruptions to commute around Polk County, and I encourage you to go to polktpo.com to check out this week's entire FDOT road update for the area. Now, I'm going to step back in time for a moment to encourage you to participate in your future. In 1964, Walt Disney released a fascinating 21-minute animatronic show called The Carousel of Progress, where 100 years of technological wonder and advancement are the backdrop for a warming family time travel expedition. The attraction applauds the invention and adoption of everything from hand crank washing machines and electric irons to sewing machines and televisions. It ends up chuckling at the idea of a future that includes voice-activated appliances, which is pretty comical for today's consumer who may have pre-ordered an Apple Watch and has connected home that they can control from a handheld device, whether they're in Bangkok or Babson Park. The Carousel Progress plays a famous Sherman Brothers song on repeat that bears quick examination. The song goes like this: "There's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away." Okay, so my vocal talents may also be just a dream away, but there's a point to all of this. On May 21st at the Winter Haven Public Library, the Polk TPO is banking on the fact that dreaming about a beautiful tomorrow is not enough. Thus, we're going to continue planning for that reality with your expertise and experience as the linchpin. From 5:30 to 7 p.m. on May 21st, the TPO is hosting a community forum titled On the Road to Tomorrow, a dialogue about Polk's transportation needs. Attendees will have a chance to see striking visuals that reveal Polk's transportation future, hear compelling analysis about how we make our communities safer and more accessible, and say yay or nay to the projects that are being funded or considered for funding. This is an interactive forum where you'll see how many people will be living and working in Polk, what the challenges will be, and ideas to address them now. So yes, we can all experience a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. To join the conversation about transportation dreams and realities, please RSVP for this forum at polktpo.com/tomorrow or call TPO staff at 863-534-6709. Whether you're an avid cyclist or you just want to make sure your children or grandchildren are getting to school safely, now and forevermore, then this forum is for you. We hope to see you there because in the words of Walt Disney, you can design and create and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it takes people to make the dream a reality. With information and updates on the plane that moves Polk, I'm RJ Walters.
While the Florida legislature meets in Tallahassee, PGTV will be bringing you daily coverage of House and Senate committee meetings and sessions. We invite you to watch your state government take up measures that are important to Polk County. And to keep current with programs and progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We encourage you to join us at the next scheduled board meeting at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, May 5th. Thank you for watching this edition of Dateline Polk.